What you must do now is ponder its significance.
Yo, what is going on, fellow trailblazers? I'm your host Jin, and today we're going to be talking about the Raiden Mei or Raiden Shogun of Honkai Star Rails that just got leaked, and the gameplay looks freaking awesome. And Acheron is a Nihility Path character, also known as the Emanator or some certain of Aeon, like Emanator or probably IX. The IX Emanator, the globby thing, that's in freaking Simulated Universe. She is the Emanator of that Aeon, and just being the Aeon can draw out the powers of, that Aeon, or just being the freaking Emanator can draw out the powers of Aeon is crazy enough. So probably this character will be broken as hell. Since Nihility characters are still broken in this game like Kafka, we should probably have to look at her kit when it comes out as an official, character. But today I can't show you those, but I'll try my best to explain what she really does, how she can be built, how can she do that much damage that we saw in that leak, right? And she's like the lightning character or lightning element character like Kafka and a 5-star Acheron. And so basically what she really does is, I can't say that. But look, wait, let me change my screen real quick. So we are in Honkai, and here I'll talk about how we can really see what she will do and what she will scale off of. So first of all, we have the relics, and I highly recommend you guys to go and farm the relics right now because it's already out. And where the frick is the relics set? Yeah, here. So this relic over here is basically designed for our baby girl Acheron, because as you can see, this red flower, like it's eating up that relic, right? So it's basically deteriorating that relic, and that flower resembles the some certain Acheron's background, and you can see that same resemblance of that flower being with Acheron's cover pick. And as you can see, as we can speculate, that her damage is basically scales off of the debuff the enemy has. So running Silver Wolf and any debuff that counts as a debuff in this game is viable. And as we all know that every Nihility character has or can input or output, basically debuffing enemies, and basically the DOT attacks or DOT damage or the DOT implication is all considered, debuffs. So basically it's not hard to get 2 or 3 debuffs, and you basically should have like 1 or 2 Nihility characters in your team, unless you have the E2, which I don't recommend to get if you are a free-to-play. But if you are a low spender or a heavy spender, I probably recommended going for it. And if you're a low spender and if you have enough for the E1, then I'll probably go for the light cone, because that looked really good. And her light cone just changes how you should play the game, and you can start focusing on other mats that can be helped with Acherons. So basically we have crit rate by 4% increase, and damage shield is increased by 8 to 12% according to the debuff the enemy has by our Silver Wolf or Pella. So basically Silver Wolf, Pella, Gunaifen, Sampo, you also get that from that new event here. I think I already collected it, so never mind, it's already gone. Never mind, it's right here. You can get the character selection. I have already selected. I selected Gunaifen. There are 2 respective, basically, DOT characters you can probably gain if you don't have. I recommend Sampo if you don't have Black Swan. If you have Black Swan, go for Gunaifen. And if you have Gunaifen, just go for her Eidolons, because you're never going to use Sampo unless you have Kafka, because Kafka and the Black Swan can be really good. And if you have the Sampo's E4, you can probably detonate the Arcana stacks of Black Swan. But today we're not talking about those, alright? Black Swan is not the topic, or is not our matter of topic today. So as we were speaking here, just go grind these, as you can get basically the aforementioned effects as you see here, and as we know that she will she's not like Kafka, all right? Because you can see who in their right mind will give them crit rate or crit damage if they scale off of just attack. So basically, you just need crit rate, crit damage on her, and she will do great damage. And more the debuff, the more the damage she does. So that's basically one of the hints that you get, basically seeing that relic. We also have one recommendation for the light cones. The one I think that is really good for the one that's really good for her is probably gonna be Good Night Sleep. Good Night and Sleep is gonna be the get to go Lycon for a low spender or just a free to play player, because it is it is easy to get, unless you're just starting to play the game, and if you're not lucky, then go for other Lycons that are viable you have. But if you have this Lycon, then just use it on her, because as you can see, for every debuff the target enemy has, the damage is increased by 12%, stacking up to 3 times. So that's basically broken. And the effect of that also applies to DOT. So if you have DOT, or the debuff that is, the DOT is also referred as, or basically considered a debuff, so it works. That's basically what it says. And if you have like E5 or S5, my bad, S5, then you can do like 24% more damage, taking up to 3 times, which is broken. And I don't really know if they're gonna give a free Lycon for her, but out of these Lycons of Nihility Path, I don't find any of them that good, excluding the Good Light and Sleep, as Eyes of Praise is not, according to Acheron's kit, as she is, she scales off her debuffs, the amount of debuffs, the damage it does, and that's probably it. Not this as well, that's for Pella. This is for what? No, it's for DOT characters, pure DOT characters like Kafka, as it was Kafka in it, and this is for Kafka as well. Showtime can be pretty good, unless... No, it's not good, never mind, I take that back. Effect crit rate is only good for... so it's only good for Black Swan. Or you can go with, Silverwolf's, Light Cone, because it just gives you, increased damage here. And that's pretty much it for light cones, unless there will be announced of better light cones that works together with Acheron, as I really hope that they will again announce like a good light cone or a free light cone like of Silverwolf they did, because like this stat was just broken, and I hope that they give us a event where we can get like Acheron's 4-star get to go light cone, if you ever pull like Acheron. So you're ready for her light cone to be put on, because this one really good for Silverwolf. So I just want Hoyoverse to give us a event where we can get the better version of Acheron's light cone, because there is no light cones that is good for her here, unless you have S5 or S2 or S3. Good Light and Sleep well. Okay, so we already know that our little girl, not little girl, but Acheron just killed, or she eradicated that, Duke Inferno's cult, and she really killed like 6 or 7 members of that Duke Inferno's, children from that, freaking it was Carnival something, I forgot the video's name, but yeah. Duke Inferno's, all of those 6 or 7 probably members are dead, or just Duke Inferno. To kill this Duke Inferno is already impressive, and I think Acheron is gonna be the craziest, strongest freaking character of the game, and as that is also told by the overall character in the story, as they. Even the Black Swan was, concerned about how keen her freaking memories are. Like, she was telling us to not get into that, memories of her. So don't venture on that memory, so that you can be, probably not put in a good situation. But overall, I don't recommend going for Acheron's, constellations until you have, Acheron itself. I think that a light cone of her is way better than the E1, because E1, all it does is basically, I can just hint it, what E1 really does is basically a Fuguan, a Fuguan skill, and what the light cone does is basically this, this thing. It basically does this, so I can't say it, but yeah, you can look at that and just imagine how broken her Lycone is, and the numbers are crazy, like that of Blade's, Blade's signature Lycone, and it's really similar to that, but it's way better than Blade's signature Lycone's descriptions. So basically, that's it for her kit, and yeah, that will be it for today's video. I was just joking around, but yeah, all that meant from that video, all that I said from this video is probably gonna be balonies, or probably gonna be true, because I can't spoil it, or I can't say the truth as well. But just keep in mind that all the things I pointed out is gonna be what I said. So yeah, you can just go check out the leaks that they had. Or probably, I can't say that even in this video, but go check out those leaks. If you like that, gameplay, then yeah, go for Acheron. If not, then just, go for Aventurine, because Aventurine is way, tankier than Gepard, and she can just, give you effect. Never mind, I can't say that word as well. And I think that will be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you learned what Acheron really does, if she's really good. And I again to say that the Lycone is way better than the constellations. But yeah, at the end, it is up to you which one you want to choose. If you want the Lycone, go for it. If you want the Eidolons to E2, you're E2ing the character for making the game more easy, or to build her easier, to make the team composition easier, as the E2 makes you have more versatile team comps. So yeah, basically that is probably it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, Jinjin out, peace out.